Hi everyone, thanks for joining us and welcome back. Today's topic is how to help hunchback in 3 minutes, okay? And you literally, if you do this 3 minutes, one time a day, I promise your posture will increase dramatically to the better. Let's go with a little bit of history about hunchback and roundedness in the back first. So now back in the days, when people are really rounded, we call them hunchback, right? And then somewhere along the way, when we also noticed that there were some women that were rounded on the upper back here, we call it a dowager's hump, right? Because they have a hump up there. Nowadays, we have all the technical things that people are doing right now with regard to everything that's tech, right? Is it phone looking outward? Is it laptop marrying the monitor to the keyboard? Everything is forcing us to go forward. In addition to that, everybody's working more from their home nowadays. So all the stress is forcing our posture to go from good posture to horrible posture like this. So that's now everybody is know that as hunchback, right? We like to call that as what we call increasing the kyphosis or the kyphotic curvature of your mid-thoracic or your mid-back, okay? So what is the kyphotic or the kyphosis curvature? Is your back is already somewhat rounded, right? So now all you're doing is accentuating that even more because of your poor posture. So what we want to do is literally reverse that. So I'm going to show you again how to do this in 3 minutes. If you can do it one time a day, that will be awesome to solve your roundedness or your hyperkyphosis or too much roundedness in your mid-back. Before we start with that, you also have to know a little bit about the anatomy of why you have bad posture in the first place. Now again, most people say, yeah, well that's simple. I round my back, I sit poorly, so hence I have bad posture. Yes, that's true, but that is only the symptom, or that is something that is indirectly related to why you have poor posture in the first place. What really directly influenced your bad posture is not, I'll say this 3 times, it is not your mid-back or it's not your neck. It is not your mid-back here, nor your neck. And guess what? If it's not your mid-back or your neck, what is causing you to have poor posture in the first place? Most people are probably gonna get this wrong, okay? It is your low back posture, okay? The low back arch is what we call the lordosis. So what happens is that if you lose your lordosis down here, you're gonna see how my lordosis is being lost? What happened to my posture? I'm starting to go forward. So when most people sit down, guess what happened? They don't worry about arching this. They always worry about, getting my shoulder back. Well, you can get your shoulder back all you want to, right? My shoulder's back. I'm losing my lordosis or my lumbar curvature here. What do I look like? I'm still hunchback, right? You have to get the low back to extend. Get your buttocks back, get your chest out. Be proud of who you are, okay? When you're walking like this, get your chest out, looking a straight head, you create a lumbar lordosis here. That is your normal curvature, which you then put less stress on your mid-back, so hence you're not rounded. Now, let's do it the reverse way. Let's talk about how to force you to go in bad posture when you have your good lumbar curvature or your good lordosis in your low back. So let's walk you through, okay? So I'm gonna try to emulate a bad posture by keeping my low back or keeping my lordosis intact. And you're gonna see that it's almost impossible to do that, right? So here we are. I'm keeping my lordosis on my low back, right? Now watch. I'm gonna keep it there. At the same time, I'm trying to round my upper back. It's hard to do. You can't do that. You need to let this go before you do it. Stand up and take 5 seconds and try that real quick. And you're gonna be able to realize that your posture literally starts in your low back, not in your mid back. It just happened that when you lose your low back curvature, your mid back's gonna start to get more what? You lose your low back, mid back's gonna start to get more rounded here. And then our posture that we get into is gonna be amplified because you stay in that position too long. So what I'm gonna show you is how to strengthen your upper back, okay, to help you to pull that back. But it's gonna be useless, again, if you don't do what? If you do not also trying to have good posture by thinking and visualizing that your good posture starts with your low back curvature, okay? So let's walk through the 3 exercises that you can do in 3 minutes every day to correct your posture immediately, okay? So the first one, I'm gonna show you away from the wall, but I do want everybody to do this against the wall, right? So we're gonna show you away from the wall, and then you can do it, and then we'll do it against the wall. So the first one is literally to stand this direction here, and we're gonna put myself against the wall here. And before I do that, the action or the movement of this exercise is to bring your arms straight back like this. This is what we call a reverse fly. Okay, that's all you're doing. And see, you bringing this back here. The movements on all three of these exercises are going to be very, very minimal. The objective is not to create a lot of movement, but to create a lot of tension. And but the posture or the position that we put you in will create tension abruptly. Okay, so that you really don't have to do a lot. A lot of people think you have a lot of movements. Not with this, when you already are setting up to where you are able to accentuate and really are locking the muscle in a position where it can only do one thing, which is to contract optimally. Okay, so we're gonna go here. So with this reverse fly, you're gonna go back against the wall. Your head should be against the wall. If you can, some people cannot because you might be too rounded, right? That's okay. Try to keep your head up as much as you can. Some people might not be able to get their buttocks all the way back because their mid back is so rounded, but that's okay. Make sure you arch your back as much as you can. So the key with it is, again, you need to arch this low back of yours. So when standing from the side here, you can see it from the side that my back is arched. And the only way to do that is to get your chest out. You stick your chest out, get your shoulder blade back down, and arch your back, okay? And the third one, of course, is to get your ankles against the wall. Now, some of you might not be able to do that because, again, if your backside is a little, bigger, mine is, skinny, so I'm not gonna be able to, so it's not hard for me to get my ankle back there, right? But it doesn't matter. So those are the things that you want to access, but you can't do it. Just do as best you can. But remember one thing: you have to arch your low back. If you don't arch your low back, I promise you would not feel a contraction properly on either three of these exercises. So again, the first one is the reverse fly. So we're going to start here, go back here, my heels against the wall, my buttocks against there, my neck and shoulder, my head and shoulder, my arms here. Once I'm back there, all I'm going to do is, again, the key thing with this is arching your low back away from the wall more while keeping all the points pinned against the wall. So you're going to arch your back and then push back with your arms. Good. So we're going to repeat. Here it is. Arch your back against there. Arch your back away from the wall. You're going to keep your head there and push reverse fly back as you're trying to do it, and you're going to hold it. 1001, 1002, relax. Here it is again. Arch your back. 1001, 1002, push back, hold it. 1001, 1002, and relax. So again, from the side where you can see, it's hard to see against the wall, this is what it's going to look like. Arch your back, 1001, 1002, relax. You're going to repeat that for 10 to 15 times. That's your one set, okay? And you're going to repeat that for three sets of 10 to 15. Or if you are feeling somewhat, rambunctious, you can hold that for a minute or 30 seconds and do that twice, okay? So I don't care how you do it. You can do 3 sets of 10 to 15, or hold it for 30 seconds and repeat it twice, or hold it for a minute for that particular exercise. Actually, for the next two exercises, the format is going to be the same, okay? So the second one is a slightly different variation. It's going to incorporate a little more back muscles into place. And the key is we're trying to get your posture to go back this way, right? So the next thing we're going to have you do is, let's show you from the side one first. So this is what it's going to look like. You're going to go from the reverse fly. You're going to go to a snow angel position right here, okay? To this position here. And what you're going to do is, with this here, the same thing. We're going to arch our back away, keep everything pinned against the wall, and you're going to move your arms and shoulders back. That's it, okay? So we're going to repeat against the wall. My heels against the wall, buttocks against the wall, shoulder, head against the wall, and here it is, arching my back first. That's the first initial movement. Arch your back, pin back, 1001, 1002, relax. Here it is again, arch, pin back, 1001, 1002, relax. The key, again, I'm going to repeat so you guys are so sick and tired of me saying it, you have to arch your low back. When you arch your low back, what you don't have to do is depress the shoulder, okay? It's going to happen naturally. When you arch your back, the shoulder is going to depress naturally, okay? It's because there's some exercise like you're doing the rowing movements, right? I see gyms, I see trainers in the gyms do this all the time, okay? They train people who've never worked out in their life ever before, and they put a weight up there where they can barely do it, and then they tell them to do a cable row, right? So the person who's doing a row like this, they always tell them, go back, retract your shoulder blade, and then do a row. That's ridiculous. Nobody does rows like that I know of in the gym that's been working out forever, right? So, but the reason they tell people that is why? Is to literally get your shoulder blade back, so they pinch your shoulder blade back so they can have good posture. But guess what? That makes all the mechanics of your shoulder movement of a row very difficult to do, but it's not a normal movement. A row, it should be a nice full range of motion. So what they should tell everybody to do is what I'm trying to tell you now, is to just arch your back. That's all you have to do. Arch your low back, your shoulder's gonna depress naturally, and you don't have to yank this back. You're gonna do this on a normal row, and you have perfect posture. And that's what we're trying to do, is put you in a position where you don't have to change any other mechanics of your shoulders, but while still getting the most out of the particular muscle that we're trying to access. So here comes the third one, right? The third one is just a slightly different, variation, but it's actually pretty tough, okay? So moving from the arm here to here, you're gonna come down this direction. This one is important. You need to have your palm facing your side of your body, okay? Not this way. I want the palm to be coming in here. So, and what's gonna look like is that you're gonna keep your arms here, and first movement, again, is to do what? Is to arch your low back. The second movement is to do what? You're gonna move the arms back and behind your buttocks as much as you can. So it's gonna look like this. Arch, contract. Arch, contract. Okay? So against the wall, you're gonna come to the wall, heels against the wall, buttocks against the wall, shoulder blade, my head against the wall. I'm gonna come here, come downward a little bit. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is arch my back, come in. That was 1, 2, relax. Again, arch my back. That was 1, that was 2, relax. And that's it. So that's, again, will emphasize a lot of muscle from your upper back all the way down to your low back, inclusive of your low back muscle. Okay, your low back muscle, again, has to be arched for you to start to get on the road to having good posture on your upper back. So just remember, an arched low back or a nice curvature to your low back will give you good posture. Thanks a lot for joining us, and as always, thank you for subscribing to our channel and liking our channel. And anytime anybody has any question or any topics that you want us to discuss, please let us know, and we'll help you guys to get the right solution. Thank you.